Well, we do have you guys here to talk about the Safe Streets for All project there. Franklin County just received some funding. Is that right?
That is correct.
Yep. So the county received a SS4A grant, which is Safe Streets for All. Statewide, there was 30,000 injured on Kentucky roadways in 2023, and over 800 were killed. Locally in Franklin County, there was 1,289 collisions in 2022 and 1,270 collisions in 23, with 4 and 5 fatalities respectively in those years. So it's clearly an issue locally. So this program is intended for all road users, not just cars, but bikes and pedestrians as well, all users. We can obtain data easily for crashes. That's readily available. Kentucky State Police is required by law to collect that information. But what we are seeking is public input. So a key component to this grant is for us to reach out to the public and basically gather feedback from them as to where they think these issues occur. So in crash data is not going to report a near miss, but there could be an area of town where there's a bunch of near misses that might result in a wreck one day. And so that's why we're reaching out. We want the public to, you can see on your screen now, there's a QR code. And so, yeah, we would like as many people locally to participate in that so we can gather information that doesn't show up in the data.
Yeah. Tina,
That's
tell us maybe more about
valuable,
about the importance of folks doing that survey and getting that local info.
Yeah, like Ben just said, we can only gather just the data. What we're looking for are people who are on the ground, who travel these roads daily, who walk these streets daily. Maybe they could give us a clue on where we could put crosswalks in, or a stoplight, or signage, and that would be so beneficial to us. For our research.
And it's not just for people who live in Frankfort, right? It's folks who,
that's correct.
who
Like
work and commute in.
If you commute in, or even out-of-towners who come and visit our wonderful community, take the survey and help us out. Absolutely.
The solutions are obviously, it'd be great to like redo all the roads with bike lanes and big sidewalks and trees and stuff, but that's not all obviously practical. But you do have, like you mentioned, some solutions. So you're really just looking for input of any kind, not just this is a dangerous part of the road, but like I have a hard time crossing right here, or these people really go really fast at this one spot where the hill goes, kind of goes downhill, and the kids walking to school, things like that. Right?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So,
all sorts of different infrastructure. It could be the resulting treatment of the subsequent phases of this program. It could be road markings. It could be traffic signal timing, lighting, etc.
Yep. Speed calming. Yep.
And so I see where the survey's been available for the last month, but it ends. Does it end on Monday? Is that right?
The 21st.
The 21st?
Yes.
Okay. So you've got this weekend to get in there. What happened, and you guys said I think it takes about 10 or 15 minutes to complete.
I completed it in just a few minutes.
Okay, so
yeah,
it depends.
Not too bad.
Maybe
not
depends
too
on
bad.
how many issues that you might have.
take as much time as you want. You have lots of things to share. Right?
And then what's sort of the process after the survey sort of closes? Where does it go after that?
Yeah, so after we get this phase of the project done, there's a subsequent grant that we can go after, but first we have to create a plan. And with that plan, we'll come up with, we need the data first from the public, and we'll figure out a target area, and then we'll try to come up with a plan, and then we can go after some additional funding to actually execute that plan and implement whatever treatment we come up with. We're still pretty early on in the process, so we don't know. We want the data and the public to kind of lead us to where we're going to go. But ultimately, it will result, hopefully, in us obtaining additional funding for us to actually go out and do whatever treatments that we come up with that we're studying now.
Yeah, we're going to look at what is our top projects from gathering all this data and all this survey data as well, and looking at the implementation grant from the U.S. Department of Transportation, and how we can put our plan into action. Yes.
Can you take the data that you're getting from the folks here to then be able to okay, now maybe we can study this section a little bit more than we haven't because again, there's so much, right? And it kind of
Yes.
drills you down into like being able to look more closely at some
Yeah, I
things.
mean, there's been studies in the past on certain corridors, and maybe the data will lead us back to that same problem spot that's been looked at before, but we'll have additional information to kind of hone in on it.
Okay.
All right, folks can see that QR code on their screen right now. They can also grab this, I'm assuming probably from the Franklin County Facebook page and maybe Franklin County's website as well.
Correct.
And find all the information there. You guys have a lot of extra information as well before you actually go to the survey page. So if you go there, you can actually see all the information and what led to this as well. And folks have it closes on Monday. Is that right?
Right.
The survey. Okay.
That's
That's
correct.
correct.
All right.
People always want to be involved, and and this is your
a great
opportunity
way.
to really
Great way to be involved.
This is a great way to be involved.
Because you're not really asking for people to like, come work for hours. It's like just share your experience every day when you're doing these things. It's
Get
great.
right on your phone or your computer. Do it from home.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, Tina Peck, Ben Judah, thanks so much for being on the show today.
Yes,
And
thanks for
again,
having
we'll
us.
encourage
Yeah, thanks
folks
for
to
having us.
Absolutely.
we'll encourage folks to go to that QR code and fill out that survey for Safe Streets for All, and maybe make some changes here in Franklin County. But appreciate y'all so much.
Thank you.